Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at the most affordable trim level of the all-new 2026 Hyundai Palisade that they're currently producing, and that is the SEL Convenience. Now, if you've been subscribed or seen some of my other 2026 Palisade coverage here on the channel, you don't know, a couple weeks ago I put out an updated packaging or trim level change video where I went trim by trim, told you exactly some of the changes that are coming and some of the updates that Hyundai has recently put out. Well, the SEL Convenience was not a trim level that was originally listed in the information that Hyundai did release. Now, I think the SEL Convenience is going to be a short-lived trim level within the Hyundai lineup, unless for some reason it sells really well or something like that. But I think, honestly, I think it was a trim level that Hyundai created here towards the start of production to get these vehicles out to dealerships. Because there's really not too much of an equipment difference between the standard SEL and the Convenience package. Now, currently, as of the information that I have as of me filming this video, they're still unfortunately not producing the SE, the SEL, or the SEL Premium, and nor are they producing any bench seat configuration or 8-passenger Palisades. So if you're looking for the most affordable, that still remains the SEL Convenience here over the next, couple months or so. And we'll just have to see how this plays out, and of course subscribe and keep an eye out here on the channel for additional information coming here on the Palisade if you guys are curious about that. But nonetheless, the SEL Convenience starts around $44,500 including destination for front wheel drive, goes up to just over $46,500 for all wheel drive, and the one that we have behind me finished in the white exterior with some additional accessory stickers, just over $47,500 including destination. So without further ado, let's not waste time and see what this one has to offer. So the Palisade in front of us is finished in the creamy white exterior with the gray H-Tex synthetic leather on the inside. Now, in case you're curious about the differences between the standard SEL and the Convenience package, it's going to be three main options. It's going to be the conventional power sunroof, Digital Key 2.0 Premium, as well as a power passenger seat with two-way power lumbar. Those are literally the only options you're gaining over that of the standard SEL with this Convenience package. And unfortunately, the Convenience package is not available with a bench second row or 8-passenger seating. So if you need any of that stuff or want any of those things, then it might be a worthwhile item to get the Convenience package. But otherwise, you can certainly wait and save about $1,400 and stick with the regular SEL, which does come with 7 or 8-passenger seating. Now, starting at the front end of this Convenience package, immediately you can see some major trim differences and exterior appearance differences from that of the Limited and Calligraphy, which I have showcased. So at the front end, you're still going to find full LED lighting with your daytime running lights and turn signals in that portion, the LED projector low and high beam headlights. You do have a running light strip that spans across the entire width of the front grille when the headlights or parking lights are enabled. And then there are no fog lights available no matter which trim level of Palisade that you do get. But down below, you're going to find some medium gray trim with some matte black plastic for the active aero shutters. Still have a little bit of bright silver trim from Limited, some of the other trim levels. And then overall, the front grille is going to be largely the same, but of course this one does not feature the 360 or surround view camera system, but you still do have the flat stainless steel Hyundai logo, and front and rear parking sensors are going to be standard, which is a nice addition there. Now, coming around to the side profile, you're going to see some big trim changes here, including the matte black plastic cladding around the wheel arches and the lower door section, and of course the smaller diameter wheel and tire setup. So coming to the wheel and tires, I assume this is going to be the base alloy wheel design standard on the SE or higher, but we will have to wait and see on that. It is going to be 18-inch with a machined and then dark gunmetal gray insert finish. It actually looks pretty nice from a finish and design standpoint, but it is a little bit on the smaller side of things for the overall body size of this vehicle. But it is going to be wrapped in a 235/65 18-inch Nexen Enferra Supreme S all-season tire, so not a Pirelli like some of the other vehicles. You do get body color mirror caps with the same gloss black trim on this section with LED turn signal integration. The mirrors are going to be heated, do have blind spot detection, are not going to be power folding, and are not going to be auto dimming here on the exterior, unfortunately. Now, with the Convenience, like I said, you get the Digital Key 2.0 Premium on both of the front door handles, so you can use iOS or Android compatible devices, and it gives you a slightly nicer and sleeker door handle design versus that of the standard proximity entry on those lesser equipped Palisades. So do keep that in mind looking at the door handles. And then up top, you still get the nice raised silver roof rails, the single power sunroof, and then this silver trim that spans across the top edge of the windows that reaches all the way back here to the bright silver C-pillar trim. Now, coming out back, I'm happy to say that there is full LED lighting out back as well. Your tail lights and running lights are going to be located in this section. The turn signals are going to be amber just inside of that. And then you do have the LED reverse lights a little bit farther down on the rear bumper. You can see a lot more matte black plastic trim on this particular trim level versus that of the Limited and Calligraphy. Rear parking sensors are back here, and then the gloss black around the license plate does remain in place for the convenience package. And then their backup camera with integrated washer nozzle, the Palisade across the tailgate with the bright silver Hyundai logo. The third brake light is still the nice premium type in this section with the integrated wiper that is tucked up there and hidden away. I really like that design aspect. H-Track badge on the passenger side because this one is all-wheel drive. And that is basically going to be it here for the exterior. So let me know what you think of some of the exterior appearance changes of these cheaper trim levels of the Palisade. Definitely curious about that. Very easy to distinguish some of the SELs from that of the Limited and Calligraphy. But anyways, let's go take a quick look at the window sticker so you guys know exactly how this one's equipped before jumping onto the interior. So take a quick look at the window sticker. The SEL Convenience doesn't really add all that much equipment over that of the standard SEL, which is already fairly nicely equipped. So you get things like the H-Tex synthetic leather on the inside, heated both power front seats, tri-zone automatic climate control with the nicer 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster, and built-in navigation with wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Convenience adds the power sunroof, digital key 2.0 premium, as well as the power passenger seat. This one has a few additional accessories on it, as well as the extra cost white paint, which brings the total MSRP, including destination, to $47,505. So take a look here on the interior. This one is equipped with the light gray H-Tex synthetic leather on the inside, but black is going to be available as well. Starting out here on the door panel, the SEL or higher will add the premium soft touch door cards versus that of the standard SE. So all of this material in the lighter gray is going to be soft to the touch, although it's going to be a little bit more rigid or firm versus the Limited and the Calligraphies. But this is going to be a fairly nice H-Tex padded armrest. You have the silver window and mirror controls with both of the two front windows being fully automatic up-down. No power folding mirrors or anything like that, but you do get the silver accented door handle pull and a darker gray down below in the hard plastics with the additional bottle storage. Coming to the driver's seat, this is going to be fully power with two-way power lumbar. There you can see the H-Tex synthetic leather, which is going to be perforated. You have a little bit of a design on the back portion. And then coming to the dashboard, you do get a nice two-tone effect with this interior color. So here on the inside of the SEL Convenience, obviously every new Palisade is going to borrow the same overall dashboard layout, design, updated technology, and features, but you will find a few unique color combinations and touches here for the SEL versus that of the other trims. So in front of the driver, you can find dual 12.3-inch displays for the digital cluster and infotainment system. The base SE will supposedly have a lesser digital cluster, likely of that of some of the other models that Hyundai has rolled out, but this is the nicer fully digital display. It is controlled here on the left side of the steering wheel. On the left, you have your speedometer. On the right, you have your tachometer. And in the middle, you have the configurable section of the display, which is on the driver assist right now. If you press the button one time, it brings it to your auto stop start timer, tire pressure, as well as the all-wheel drive power distribution. You have a digital speedometer, and then finally you have your built-in navigation, and then you can go ahead and put your trip information on this screen as well if you scroll down a little bit further. Now this driver display is updated from that of some of the other Hyundai vehicles I've seen, where it is animated and will show dashed white lines on this cluster if you're driving on a roadway which has dashed white lines in the middle. Coming back to the steering wheel, this is the nice leather wrapped light gray steering wheel with your silver trim at the bottom. Nice light gray airbag cover. On the left, you have the standard driver assist suite with smart cruise control, forward collision avoidance 1.5, lane follow assist, etc. And then you have your audio multimedia on the right side. Paddle shifters for the 8-speed automatic transmission. There is the forward facial detection monitor. And then below that on the steering wheel, you have the column-mounted shift-by-wire gear selection with your engine stop-start button relocated on top of it. So this is a haptic feedback design. If you twist it for reverse, it will actually vibrate to let you know that you are shifting in reverse. But again, this has been borrowed out and released from that of some other Hyundai products over the last several years. Automatic headlights with auto high beam assist, regular intermittent wipers. To the left of the steering wheel, we have your gauge dimming, automatic trunk, engine stop start on off, dedicated tow haul mode, electronic parking brake, traction control off, manual tilt telescopic steering column. And then coming up top, you can see we do get the two-tone dashboard with the lighter brown accent up top and then the lighter gray on the bottom. Coming to the infotainment system, this is the 12.3-inch CCNC navigation. So it does have built-in navigation, wireless, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Sirius XM, AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth inputs. I will have additional content coming on the system, but I do have videos out there of other Hyundai products with this if you want to know some of the more advanced functionality of it. Now, unfortunately, the SEL doesn't get the 360 cameras, but you still get Hyundai Pay. You get the HD radio, vehicle diagnostics with your online literature, valet mode, and the list really does go on. Now, below that, we have AC vents. We have the automatic vehicle hold, our drive and terrain selection. So we do have snow, mud, sand for the terrain, eco, normal, sport, and my drive, which does change the digital cluster right there depending on what theme you have selected. And then we have physical hard touch buttons for your volume, radio, tune, things like that. And then on the right side, hill descent control, parking sensors on off. Our rear backup camera can be located or activated via that button right there. And then we have dual zone automatic climate control for the front with a single zone automatic climate for the rear. Heated front seats only, no ventilated seats in this particular trim level. Down below we have a 12-volt power outlet, additional storage space down here in that lighter, or I should say darker brown accent. And then coming here to the center console, we have all USB-C charge and data ports, 100 watts available max from the charge only. Wireless charging pad with Hyundai digital keypad because this is a convenience package. 2 decently sized cup holders, and then I like this kind of brown trim here in the center console that also matches the dashboard over there on the passenger side, which is similar to that of the calligraphy with the brown interior. If you've seen my dedicated side-by-side interior color combination video, but overall I think it really contrasts very nicely against the lighter gray. You have a soft touch padded armrest, which is a traditional opening type, which has a little LED light inside. And then coming up top, we do have padded semi-soft touch pillars, not quite as soft touch as that of some of the other trims. That continues onto the headliner. We have LED vanity illumination, auto dimming interior rearview mirror without garage home link, overhead blue link SOS, LED illumination for that, and then the single power sunroof, which is just over that of the front occupants. Obviously no rear glass in this particular one, but overall nice function and feature to have. So that's a look here at the front seat. Let's go ahead and take a look out back. So take a look at the second and third rows of the Palisade. Most of the materials will follow through from the front seat. So starting out here at the door panels, you can see there's going to be a nice two-tone color effect going on. Soft touch upper section with the hard touch gray at the back, and then the armrest is going to be padded, of course. You have power windows. There's the one cup holder and then bottle storage down below. You have manual window side shades and then a safe exit assist LED illumination here that will actually illuminate to tell you when that function is active if you try to open the rear door when the vehicle detects oncoming traffic. And then, like I said, all of the convenience packages will be the captain's chairs in the second row, so no bench seating available in this trim, but all the designs and perforations will follow through from the front. Stepping inside, it's going to be very easy stepping height with a squared off opening here. We have LED illumination up top. We have AC vents, our third zone automatic climate control without heated or ventilated seats. So we have some blank buttons right there. There's going to be a quick look at the front dashboard. And in terms of other amenities, we have USB-C charging ports, no AC wall outlet, but we do have additional storage. Storage on the backs of both of the front seats. And there's a better look at the captain chairs and the perforated materials. The armrests are still going to be ratcheting, so you can kind of fine tune or fix those in place however you see fit. And in terms of gaining access to the third row, a little bit interesting versus that of not only the previous generation, but also the other trims of the fully power seats. So you can use this button right here or the button up top. It will kind of spring load the seat forward and automatically slide it and start the process. You can push it even farther up to gain a little bit of additional room into the third row. But then taking a look back here, this is really one of the more impressive aspects of this new next generation Palisade, is that putting the seat back in place, it is lightly brushing my knee, but I think the seat is basically all the way back. But the amount of room back here in the third row is going to be greater than that of the last generation. So although it might not be class leading, it is way more competitive than it once was. And really, it's not going to be too bad in terms of overall space. We have AC vents for the third row, LED illumination, USB-C charge ports with the hard touch armrest and additional cup holders and bottle storage. I assume this might be a speaker here for the standard audio system, but it also could be a blank. And then we can see the soft touch headliners. The pillars do continue out here for the C pillar. There's a better look on the passenger side of the vehicle. But yeah, really as a whole, not too bad back here. You do still have a manual recline and stuff for the seat back if you do wish to do so. But yeah, overall not too bad back here, but unfortunately I still probably wouldn't want to spend more than a couple hours as a full-size adult. So taking a look at the cargo and storage area behind the third row, of course you get the hands-free smart power liftgate if you choose to use it. And then behind the third row, you're gonna find substantially more room than that of the outgoing Palisade due to the overall length and wheelbase increase. So you don't get any of the nice fancy sliding third row seats in this particular vehicle. Of course, they still fold down via these straps on the left and right hand side, but you do have a 12-volt outlet. You can fold down these second row seats. Obviously can't put them back up because they're not fully power. On the left side, no subwoofer or anything because this vehicle does not have a premium audio system. But beneath the floor, you will find additional storage space. You can put the cargo cover down here. You have your roadside jack, and then the spare tire is gonna be located actually underneath the vehicle, which is gonna be a temporary spare tire, which you can see right there. But if you're looking for additional storage space, you can obviously just fold down each of the third row seats just like this. Kind of give it one small nudge and it will fold flat and allow for substantial overall cargo space. So really as a whole, I think it's going to be more than adequate for the average family out there. And then coming to the passenger front seat, obviously this is one of the benefits of the convenience package over that of the standard SEL is going to be the power passenger seat with two-way power lumbar also. So if you really want this feature, obviously going to have to spring for an SEL Convenience or higher. There is the dashboard. I really like all of the different materials and colors going on here. And in terms of the glove box, it is going to be LED illuminated. Unfortunately, you do have the provision for the dash camera and the SD card reader, so the owner's manual will not fit in this glove box, which is really unfortunate that Hyundai obviously made this omission or oversight, but you do have a little cargo shelf right there also if you need a little bit of additional storage. So under the hood of the SEL Convenience, you're going to find one powertrain available, and that is the new 3.5 liter naturally aspirated V6 producing 287 horsepower and 260 pound-feet of torque through an 8-speed torque-converted automatic transmission, either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive available. If you're looking for that new 2.5 liter turbocharged hybrid that will be coming over the next couple months, you're either going to have to go down to the SEL or up to the SEL Premium trim levels, as Hyundai does not offer the hybrid with the SEL Convenience. So overall, still going to be a very stout powertrain, very similar to that of the outgoing 3.8 liter naturally aspirated V6, same 5,000 pound towing capacity. You just don't have access to that hybrid with this particular configuration. So that's going to do it here for this full walk-around tour on the 2026 Hyundai Palisade SEL Convenience. If you guys enjoyed this video and or found something helpful, make sure to hit that like button below, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out additional coverage I have here posted on the all-new 2026 Palisade, including the dash camera, limited calligraphy trim levels, interior color combinations. The list really does go on, and I will have more content coming here as these vehicles start to roll out in quantity to local dealerships. But overall, like I said in the introduction of this video, I think the SEL Convenience might be a one model year trim level because Hyundai needed to get these vehicles out, obviously in production. Maybe there were some packaging constraints in terms of some of those other features and options from the base SE and the SEL, or even the SEL Premium, which unfortunately are still not being built and shipped to the United States. So if you're wanting one of those trims, I think there's still going to be a couple months of a wait, especially if you're looking for a hybrid or even the V6 gas. And this is kind of the filler trim level, if you will, from the SEL and the SEL Premium, the one that you can get sub $45,000 with front wheel drive, under $47,000 with all wheel drive. And it'll be interesting to see how many SEL Conveniences end up being out there on the roadway and things like that. But certainly a lot of limiteds and calligraphies available on dealership lots. So if you're wanting one of the more equipped models, those are readily available, and most of the exterior colors and conveniences are certainly going to be out there. Might just be not quite as easy to find. But nonetheless, let me know what you guys think of the SEL Convenience and or the new Palisade down in the comment section below. Like I said, I will have more content and information on this vehicle coming over the next week or so once I have time to film some additional videos I want to film with it. But very impressive upon the my initial impressions of this vehicle. I can't wait to hopefully drive one, spend a little bit more time, and get a more in-depth opinion before I give you guys my driving impressions and driving review of this vehicle. Because obviously I don't want to rush anything. I want to get everything correct and accurate as of me posting. But I think overall, a lot of people out there are very impressed by this new Palisade. But like I said, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. As always, I appreciate continued support and hope to see you guys in the next one.